Welcome back to another episode. Recently, we've talked about capacity, guilt, about commitment, finding balance, and all of that is great, honey. But what happens when you still don't show up? Because I want you to understand this, there's a cost to you hiding that gift. You can be amazing at what you do. You can have the degrees, you can have the experience, you can have the receipts. But if you still feel overwhelmed piecing it all together or second guess yourself every time you're ready to speak, or you wonder if you're doing too much or not enough, then something deeper needs to shift. Is it okay if we talk about that today? I hope so, because we're about to get into it anyway. So, in case you're new to my world, my name is Amanda Flood. I'm a licensed psychotherapist, speaker, and coach, helping women of color develop the confidence to lead boldly, lead into their purpose, and turn their expertise into opportunities. Whether you're leading in the boardroom, building businesses, or showing up more fully in your life, I help you take up space without the overwhelm with strategy that honors your pace, your power, and your capacity. This is coaching that feels like leadership, and leadership that finally feels like you. So let's get into it. Hey, so hey girl, if you're that woman who knows she's talented but still talks herself out of showing up, this episode is for you. If you're that woman who wants to be seen, or deeper than that, like you want your gifts to be seen, you want to share your skills, your insights, your presence, but you don't know how, or maybe you're afraid. You just feel afraid. Sis, I see you and I get it. And this is for you. You're not alone in that feeling. I think whenever we're trying to do something bigger than ourselves or kind of getting to that next level version of us, like fear will come along with that. That's something that you'll experience, I think, at every level. It never really goes away, which means then you have to learn how to navigate it, right? Because it's almost like you have to become partners with it. It does not have to not be there. The worry does not have to be there. We just have to figure out what to do with it. And this is a great space for you to figure that out. For those of you where it's more about, I'm always that person, I'm always that rock for everybody else, and you're always holding it down, kind of keeping things moving, keeping it together, and now you're just tired, baby, I think this episode is for you too. If you're really just ready to be more of a presence and that leader that you were called to be, this is for you. So pull up, girl. About to keep on going. Okay. Tap in, hit like and subscribe right now because this is for you. Okay. So here's what I know about us, especially if you're from the Caribbean. Like we were raised a certain way, y'all. Like we were raised to believe that, like you do the work and you stay humble. And that being seen is for like show offs, right? Like braggadocious, right? And also when it comes to work, that respect is earned through hard work, not necessarily just presence. And I think what that means is that mentality, even if like things seem to flow for you and look easy for you. So something that I realized for myself that, I saw my mom working hard and it didn't really click for me that it was hard per se. I won't even say I saw her working hard. I saw her working. She had multiple jobs, but like our experience was just so comfortable. We had things, we had a home, we went on trips, we traveled, we saw things, like we went out to eat, like we did so many good things that it didn't necessarily feel like a struggle, right? It may have been for her, but like we did not see that in that way. I think we saw her just working. But I think the secondary message there was in order to have, right, to have those experiences, to be comfortable, you had to work a certain amount. Right. It wasn't just like I had one job and I was comfortable. There was an underlying message there. And I think that's what's important in this work is you're building your leading and you're figuring out who you are. I think we have to figure out what are the messages that we've come up around because they could have been very direct about things like money, about things of, how we work, or it could have just been subtle where we made these associations that doing A means B, right? So a lot of us have these, beliefs wrapped up around work, right? And one of it could be, for example, again, to achieve X, I have to work hard, right? Or, again, around this idea of respect, that respect is earned through hard work, right? You do the work, you achieve the thing. So then what that means is we grind. That means that excellence comes by us like working. It means we over deliver. We go the extra 10 miles. But what happens though when that doesn't pay off? What happens when like no one notices you, when the promotion doesn't come, when someone else who seems to be working less than you, who's louder and flashier, gets all the credit, gets all the likes and sells out their programs? The problem that happens, and I see this with a lot of my clients, is we start to take on this level of blame for what we're not able to achieve, what it feels like we're not able to achieve. We start asking ourselves questions like, is it me? Did I do something wrong? Am I not enough? So you can be like brilliant, because you guys are, and still have this belief that you're not enough. And that belief, it'll rob you. It'll shrink your voice. It'll cap your influence. It'll disrupt your possibility and steal your peace. And not because you're not capable, but because you keep talking yourself out of your own power because of that belief. Essentially, you're building on sinking sand, which is that belief. And most of the time, like, we're just not aware of those beliefs. We just do the things that don't work out, and we're like, why? We blame ourselves, and we get back into the cycle in the loop. But there's a belief behind it. And I want to share this workbook with you too. And being good still isn't enough. And I'm going to link it below wherever you see this. It's going to be your guide to start dismantling these small but powerful thoughts that keep whispering, who do you think you are? You're not enough. Because I want you to learn how to really replace them with the truth that you've always been it, and that it's time to own that. This is owning season, honey. Right? So make sure you check the show notes. It's going to be there. Because this belief thing, oh my God, like, it paralyzes us. It shuts us down. And that comes at a cost. When you shut down and can't show up the way that you want and do the things that you want, and you're not really operating in your capacity, whoo, baby, it'll do some things to you, right? I almost feel like it keeps us hiding. And there's a cost to us hiding. Hiding is costing you. And here's how you'll know that you're in this place of hiding, right? Because I don't think it's always obvious. Again, even like the thoughts and the core beliefs are not always obvious. However, it'll show up in our actions, right? So some ways to know. Are you always exhausted? That's a way to know that you're hiding. Are you exhausted at the end of the day? And it has nothing to do with like how much sleep you got. It's just like this soul level exhaustion. That might be a sign for you, right? Is there resentment starting to build? Maybe it's toward your job, toward your family, toward all the people who just keep asking you to fix things, hold things, do things, be the one who shows up even when you're falling apart or just have things to do. Are you overly responsible and can't delegate? Have you been the fixer for your family, for your job, your community, and just can't seem to stop even when it's costing you? Or maybe you are, my girl that's distracted by the worry, the doubts, and all the what ifs. Is that you? Because, baby, those thoughts are widening the gap between what you believe you're capable of and what you actually allow yourself to do. It's making you think that you can't. And the feelings that show up in that space, how you show up or not, or that like death spiral of thoughts, or the trouble staying present and celebrating you instead of downplaying things, downplaying the wins and experiences, all of that, that's you hiding and the cost of it. Tired, mad, stressed, not doing a damn thing. Right? All of that is like the consequence of you hiding. And we really get creative in the ways that we stay invisible. We rationalize. I know y'all, right? We stay busy, we overfunction, but underneath it, like, listen, like, we're really just like doubting ourselves. We're probably a little bit afraid, right? There's some bit of us that's just like scared. But we know that this is not it for us. We know that we need more. We know that we were built for more. We know that there's purpose calling, and that this space is not it. Who I am right now, like, this is not it. So what do you do with that, right? And I'm always going to give y'all the what do you do with that. So I want you to know what to do, how to start fully showing up again, and really kind of turning the real you back on, because she's here. You might not feel connected to her, but she's here. So how about you start with your thoughts? That little mean girl, yes, she's protective. She might be trying to keep you safe, but she's also outdated. So call her out. Put her on timeout. Okay, start to notice the patterns in your thoughts, the automatic doubt when it comes up, the perfectionism, the belief that you have to prove your worth. Like, put all that on pause and then see if you can get to you and what you really want. And this might be where coaching comes in, like, for real, right? Because for a lot of us, like, This might even be where therapy comes in, right? There are like some deep roots here, beliefs that feed the overgiving, the overthinking, the burnout. And I think when we do like that good subconscious work, that good trauma work, like everything else starts to really shift too. It's like you loosen up the dirt and you can really get to the roots, and we get the roots out and we can really see progress. Okay. So, all right. So we've got some good things so far. We want to check our thoughts. We want to put her on timeout, right? We may have to get some extra help with that. And I think the next thing that you can do is really check your time. And here's what I mean by that. Like, where's your time going? Think about what's draining you and reclaim that time. One of the most impactful things I just did, I just finished up the Goldman Sachs business program, and I had the pleasure of being chosen to do that for women across the US, right? But one of the things that they challenged us to do was to really audit our time, because you can't really understand how you're giving it away if you don't take the time to really understand how you're giving it away, right? And you can't delegate well or recalibrate what you don't even notice. So check your time. Track your time for like a week. Pay attention to the patterns. Are you spending hours in stress or reactivity? Are you giving away your best energy to things that don't matter to you or that really don't generate anything good like joy or profit? And if trauma has taught you that your exhaustion is normal, girl, it's not. All right. The Bible says, I know the plans I have for you, plans for good, not evil, to give you a future and a hope. But when you're so tired that you can't hope anymore, when you've built the life and can't enjoy it, when your future still feels so far away or it's laced in what ifs and worries, that's your sign. It's a sign that something has to give. Recalibrate, reclaim your time, reclaim your hope, reclaim you. All right. So let me just leave y'all with this, honey. Like, your gifts aren't random. That thing that's calling you, it's intentional. And as Black women, we can't afford to keep ourselves invisible, because honestly, it hurts too much. It's costing us too much. When you are not visible, your impact shrinks, your energy leaks, that gap between belief and action grows wider, your influence stays capped. So we've got to learn to do something else. All right. All right. So I think that's all I got for you today. So if you love this and some bit of it was like, oh, yes, that was me. And oh, yes, I could do that and work on it. Please like this episode and share it with 2 women that you love. And if you received this from a sister friend, send her back a note that says, I love you too. And then do what she did for you for somebody else. Gift this episode forward. Okay. And I have left the link in the workbook. I'm sorry, the link to the workbook below, which is my gift to you. All right. So when being good still isn't enough, I think that's a great place to start, so that you can undo those beliefs that really kind of limit us. So you can find yourself taking more action instead of hiding, creatively hiding. And if you're in a space where you're like, nah, girl, this is bigger than the workbook, right? That self-work stuff, self-help ain't working for me. And you need some more coaching, some executive coaching to lead better or build better, then let's connect for coaching, okay? Meet me. What do I want to say? My mind got tripped up because I wanted to say, you should come to my retreat and meet me there. So you can come to our retreat, absolutely, and meet us there. Or you can also just connect with me for coaching too. I'll leave a link if you want to get on my calendar, and let's kind of talk about what you need, and I can help you figure that out, whether it's coaching or you need something else. But I think it's important to work on the stuck places. If it's been coming up over and over again, and you've really tried all these different things, like, it's okay. It's okay to say that I need help and I finally want to work through these things, right? The retreat, I think, is a dope space to work through some of these things as well. It's a whole vibe. It's a whole vibe of reclaiming space and creating executive presence and finding emotional clarity all in one weekend, maybe a little longer than a weekend, because you deserve that. And that's actually coming up this October in Costa Rica. It's going to be an exciting time of like-minded, high vibe, just dope women who are loving on themselves, happy to share space with you, loving on their gifts, their purpose, and their business. Because, like, I know that walk can be challenging for us. And I think spaces like this that we've really cultivated, curated, and developed with this retreat, like this is year 4 now. It's designed to challenge you a bit, invite you into rest, and teach you how to rest. And also, it really refuels us, right? It's a one-of-a-kind experience, girl, around personal growth, business, and purpose. Whew, yeah, it's going to be dope. And it's just been such a blessing, right? This is year 4, and the women who have been impacted and the collaborations, it just blows my mind. So if you've got some PTO, sis, or you could block off that calendar now, it's worth coming to check us out in October 9th to the 13th. So you could just shift your whole life, okay? And in the meantime, in between time, if you really are stuck on those goals and it doesn't match your vision, there is that gap space between what I see in myself and how to get there, I like to suggest that you let me coach you. That perfectionism, the doubt, and taking action at that level you are called to because of that belief, if it's killing your energy, let me coach you. Let me coach you to that woman you know you are inside, who you really need to be, so we can get those goals done. All right. Since we could stretch that capacity. I'm here for my capacity builders. When the courses aren't enough, oh, baby, this is it. When the whack coaches aren't enough and the affirmations don't fill the gaps, I'm the coach for you. And this is probably your season. I think the summer is a perfect time to get some things done. Like, can you imagine 90 days with me? Like, what? If this podcast is lit, can you imagine actually working with me in person? How dope that is. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I look forward to seeing you again, whether you're catching this on the podcast, whether you're catching this on YouTube. I am just so honored that you're holding space with me. And I look forward to whatever we catch up to next, right? So thank you for catching Grace, Growth, and Leadership for Women of Color. And I hope that you hit like and subscribe. Thank you so much. If you're catching us in other spaces, hit like, share it with somebody. It just means the world, right? It means the world to me, and it means the world, hopefully, to you. Whatever you need from me, reach out and let's make it happen, okay? All right, community, let's talk soon.